invited you. Also, consultants, make a note of any of the guests on the line, reach out to them afterwards to provide the professional assistance that they're entitled to, and more importantly, start their enrollment. I also want to mention that not only does Assure for Life help you protect your family with this wonderful membership, there's an opportunity to help yourself monetarily. That's something you're interested to by offering this membership to others. Now, that's not our main focus this evening. There's other Zooms that talk about those types of things. That this is not one of them. However, we are looking for others to help spread the word about Assure for Life, to make it as ubiquitous as Airbnb, Uber, Amazon Prime, et cetera, et cetera. Obviously, contact the person who invited you, and they can most certainly explain everything that you need to know about this opportunity. So, without further delay, I present my amazing, beautiful, talented wife, Carly. Carly, the Zoom is all yours.
Joseph, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to welcome everyone to this Zoom. Joseph and I are pleased to have this opportunity to share this valuable information with you. And like Joseph said, we like to help people, and that's why we're offering this service to family, friends, and associates. You will be blown away if this is your first time seeing and hearing this information. We will be sharing some information about the Assure for Life Funeral Assistance Membership Plan. Now, we realize that the subject may make some people feel uncomfortable, and we apologize in advance. It's not our intention. In addition, we asked you to hold your questions until the end. You see, the plan is simple and it's easy to understand. I will cover why Assure for Life, what is Assure for Life, and the coverage area. Joseph will do the heavy lifting by covering the different options, what's covered, who's covered, how affordable the plan is, how to get started, and who to contact for services. We accompany you during important moments of your life. We are your assistance membership and funeral arrangement coordination in the United States. With over 70 years of experience, we understand that in key moments, such as the loss of a loved one, it's about more than just covering expenses. We provide you with emotional, logistical, financial, and legal support so you can focus on what matters most, saying goodbye to your loved one with the tranquility and care they deserve. Why Assure for Life? Over 70 years of providing well-being and quality of life to families, over 2 million members protected in Latin America and the United States, over 10,000 families per year have benefited from our assistance. We are part of Plenitude, a company committed to the well-being and quality of life of families, guided by a deep sense of humanity and high standards of quality. Why should you choose us? We guarantee to be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just when you need us the most. We are not a funeral insurance or pre-need plan. Again, we are not a funeral insurance or pre-need plan. We are your support with just one call. We protect 7 loved ones in the United States, Latin America, Jamaica, and Haiti, providing our assistance whenever you need it. For our members, we offer assistance in coverage areas and expatriation, facilitating relocation from the United States to their home countries. The primary member enjoys a round trip ticket to attend the service of their affiliated loved one, ensuring they are present during these significant moments. Moreover, you have the flexibility to affiliate two individuals, whether they are parents or partners, even up to 80 years old. For those 65 and under, the relationship with the primary member at the time of affiliation does not matter. At Assure for Life, we take care of you and your loved ones every step of the way. Why Assure for Life? What is Assure for Life? Assure for Life by Protection Plenitude LLC offers a funeral assistance membership for coordinating funeral arrangements in the United States. In contrast to insurance or prepaid funeral contracts, the membership does not provide direct cash sums. By becoming a member, we offer comprehensive support in the planning and organization of funerals through the hiring of specialized funeral providers. I always like to say, Assure for Life is the best funeral assistance membership plan. Now, let's talk about the areas of coverage and returns. In the United States, all states, and the unincorporated territory of Puerto Rico, we do not cover Michigan or North Dakota. In Latin America, we are in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, the Dominican Republic, Uruguay, and Venezuela. And in the Caribbean, we are in Haiti and Jamaica. Not only that, the company has an A plus Better Business Bureau rating. We're mighty proud about that. And now I turn it back into the hands of my capable, industrious husband, Joseph. Joseph, go right ahead.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. I first of all want to say that you did an excellent job,
Thank you.
as always. And I want to thank you for sharing that information about why folks should seriously consider Assure for Life and what Assure for Life is. It's a membership. But before we transition to the more detailed components of the membership, I just want to ask a question of our guests, and it is this: how important is your peace of mind and your well-being when you're dealing with urgent matters in your life, like the loss of a loved one? Now, obviously, that is a rhetorical question because you cannot put a price tag on the importance of dealing with a company that has the experience, presence, and credibility in any area that you need help, especially when you and your family are dealing with sensitive, challenging, and urgent matters. The information is going to be new, but we need to start thinking differently about how we handle these types of situations. We're not asking you to do stop doing what you're currently doing, but you just might want to do something different. This is unheard of. And as we share the information, you may start thinking that this sounds like a life insurance policy for those of you that have that, or it may sound like a pre-need contract if you're familiar with those types of products. But then you'll soon realize, wait a minute, this membership, it includes elements of both. And if we have any existing life insurance agents on the Zoom, you'll be happy that you have this as an option in your tool bag as a supplement to what you're currently doing, because the company, Protection Plenitude, and the membership, Assure for Life, are de facto pioneers in the death care industry. This is all they do. You put that together with the awesome service and the benefits that we're going to be sharing tonight, and you'll soon understand why everyone is so excited about Assure for Life. This too will become a household name, as I mentioned earlier. So let's take a look at some of the benefits and the options available in the membership. The plan offers 3 options. You see them listed right there. But here's the thing about it. When you call to request professional assistance, when you need the services that you're already paying for, to help you avoid financial embarrassment, you can only pick one of the options. So keep that in mind. The benefits are on the left-hand side. Option 1 is for service in the United States. That's the national option. Options 2 and 3, they cover South America, Latin America, and parts of the Caribbean, as Carly stated earlier. Assistance arranging a traditional funeral. That's covered in all 3 options. Arranging a cremation in an urn, or providing a standard or basic casket and a hearse to the cemetery. Again, that's covered in all 3 options. The most remarkable benefit, in my opinion, is a round-trip airplane ticket provided exclusively for the plan holder. Again, that's available in all 3 options. I want you to think about that for a second. You mean to tell me, and this is what I said to myself when I first heard about this membership, you mean to tell me that as a holder of the membership, the primary member, I'm entitled to a round-trip airplane ticket to attend the services of any one of the members on the plan? Sign me up. That's a very expensive proposition right there. So what that means is anytime anyone passes away, and you'll see how many people you can have on your membership, you get a round-trip airplane ticket. That is unheard of. So I want you to remember that as we go through this membership. The burial arrangements. Now, those are not Those are the cemetery expenses. They call them burial arrangements here. They're not available in the national option, which is in the United States. We'll talk about that very shortly, but they are covered in options 2 and 3. There are 2 shipping services available for the deceased, the nationwide shipping service and the international shipping service. The nationwide shipping service is transportation for the deceased anywhere in the United States. The international shipping service is transportation for the deceased to their country of origin. So when you call the 24-hour, 7 days a week hotline and you explain the situation to them, they'll probably steer you to option number 2. So what that means is if you have folks on your membership from South America or Jamaica visiting you temporarily, or they here on a visa, or they're on a school visa temporarily, and they unfortunately pass away, and they want to be returned to their country of origin, the person that you're talking to on the hotline, they'll tell you to pick number 2 because the person will return to their country of origin. That's available in option number 2. Again, unheard of. And by the way, very, very expensive. There's a lot that goes into that process. You don't want to deal with it, let the professionals do it for you. We're going to take a look at the professional assistance to the families and the services and the benefits paid for in the national option in greater detail. Remember, that's for service in the United States. So the transfer of the deceased to the local funeral provider, as we discussed, that's covered. The plan pays for the preparation of the body. That's the embalming or the refrigeration to preserve the deceased person before the services, obviously. The membership pays for the use of the facilities and the staff at the funeral home for the viewing, for whatever the minimum time is. It can be anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, just depending on where you're located. And the membership pays for all of the following: a basic or a standard casket for the viewing. The funeral director fees or expenses. That's the person that's in charge of making sure everything runs smoothly. He has to be compensated for that. A funeral guest book and the prayer cards, and the membership also pays for a death certificate. If you want more than that, the family's going to have to pay for it. The membership also covers the cost of the cremation and an urn for the cremated remains. And then the burial options. Now, these are just to assist with the funeral, things with the funeral. The burial options includes, again, a basic or a standard casket for the deceased and a hearse to the cemetery or the crematorium. Here at the bottom, we talked about it before, the cemetery expenses are not covered by Assure for Life in the United States, Washington, D.C., or Puerto Rico. There are 2 major expenses when you're taking care of the deceased. You have your funeral expenses, which Assure for Life will take the burden off your family by covering the items that I just covered right there. And then there are the cemetery expenses. Those are things like the headstones, the opening and the closing of the grave or the gravesite itself, which is a real estate transaction in the United States. Those items are not covered. And by the way, a lot of you may know that there are a lot of families that I've talked to, they already have their grave sites taken care of. That's not even a question. However, when compared to the national average for a funeral, which is about $10,000 in the United States, it's much easier for a family to cover the cemetery expenses than to pay for the entire funeral. Let the membership and Assure for Life relieve the financial stress by covering the expenses that I just highlighted. Now, in my experience, I want to talk about a couple of these things that I just talked to you about. In my experience, the basic or the standard casket is anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000. How do I know that? Remember, I took my brother to the funeral home to help him take care of those types of things. So I know $1,500 to $2,000, that's easy, but they're very nice. The funeral director fees or the expenses, you're looking at another $2,000 to $3,000 easy. You're already up to $5,000. Now, those are just examples and not the actual amount paid by Assure for Life. Remember, it's a membership, so the money, there's no exchange of money. The arrangements are made between Assure for Life and their funeral home. Nonetheless, plenty of financial uncertainty, whatever the amount, if you have to pay out of your pocket, like Carlotta and I had to do. It can be a drain sometimes. Now, what else do you need to know about this membership? Well, we're going to talk about who's covered, how you get started, the cost, but more importantly, you're not going to believe this, how remarkably affordable the plan is. We're going to start with the family plan. It's our flagship plan. Protects up to 7 people ages 65 or younger. There are 2 different rates, the standard rates and the special rate states. The standard rate covers the majority of the United States. The plan covers the primary member and 6 other members, regardless of their relationships, for only $1,020. Now, all of our memberships, that's for 12 months, by the way. All of our memberships have a one-time $30 enrollment fee. So when I'm talking about these memberships, just remember there's a $30 enrollment fee. There's a way to waive it. We'll talk about that shortly. Now, that makes your one-time payment covering 7 folks for 12 months only $1,050. That's less than $13 per month per member. And I'm going to tell you what the monthly rate is very, very shortly. Now, you should make the annual payments. I'll explain why later, but if you can't make the annual payments, the payment options are very flexible. You can choose to pay semi-annually, you can pay quarterly, or you can pay monthly. So let's say that you decide that the monthly fits better into your membership. It's only $85 per month. Now the membership, again, covers 3 to 7 people for only $85 a month. That is, again, less than $13 per month per member. I want to emphasize that. It is the most cost-effective way to pay for the average funeral in the United States. Special rates, they apply to folks that live in Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, California, and Puerto Rico. They get a break because of where they live. It's less expensive to cover those type of costs in those states. Lucky them. Again, the plan covers the primary member and 6 other members on the plan, regardless of the relationship to the primary member or anyone else for that matter, for only $840 per year. Not per person, that's per year. That makes your one-time payment with the $30 enrollment fee only $870. If you can't make the annual payments, you should. The monthly payment is only $70 per month. That's $10 per month per member. Let that soak in. If you live in these states here, special rate states, you need to take advantage of that right away. You'll notice down here at the bottom where it says that if the majority of the members or anyone over 65 years of age or the plan holder or the primary member themselves live in the standard rate state, then the rate will be $1,020. That will apply because of those conditions. Now, hopefully you're starting to see the value of this plan, how this plan helps relieve some financial stress and uncertainties in your life. Absolutely. So let me give you a quick example just to highlight that for a little bit, if I may. Let's say that you have your membership 3 to 4 years, like Carlotta or Carly and I have. We've had ours for 3 years. Thank God we haven't had to use it yet. But if you have yours for 3 to 4 years, and unfortunately someone passes away, you've paid at the most a little over $4,000 based on the standard rate states for 7 people. Now, by the way, if anyone passes away because of an accident, 3 business days after you started your membership, Assure for Life will cover the services and the expenses that I just showed you earlier. That's phenomenal. That's unheard of. Even after 4 years, I think we can all agree that the membership has more than paid for itself when someone passes away. The second plan that's available is the Silver Plan. Now, the Silver Plan is exclusively for people between the ages of 66 and 75 years of age. In regular rate states, a one-person Silver Plan is only $720 per year. The $30 enrollment fee makes your one-time payment for the first year $750. That covers you for the first 12 months. You pay that one time, you're good to go. Now, you may decide to pay monthly. It's only $60 a month. A Silver Plan for 2 people. Again, the primary member between 66 and 75. The additional member can be between 0 and 75 years of age. Again, regardless of the relationship to the primary member. That's only $1,050 a year. If you can't pay annually, you can pay monthly. It's only $85 a month. That 4th month rolls around. Now, I'm sorry, I meant to say that if you decide you want to pay monthly, it's going to require 3 months up front to start monthly. You have to pay 3 months up front. So in this case, you pay that 3 months up front. The 4th month rolls around, you just pay the $85. Either way, it's a great deal. The special rates, again, they apply to folks that live in North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, California, Florida, and Puerto Rico. A silver plan for one person in those states, if you're between 66 and 75 years of age, is only $600 a year. Don't forget the $30 enrollment fee. If you can't pay monthly, it's only $50 per month. You have to pay 3 months up front if that's the way you decide you want it to go. A silver plan for two people in the special rate states. Again, that covers the primary member between 66 and 75, the additional member between 0 and 75 years of age, again, regardless of the relationship for either one of those people, is only $840. If you can't pay the annual rate, it's only $70 a month. You see that right there. Now, here's the benefit of paying annually. Those are all the plans that we have. Now, here's the benefit of paying annually. If you decide that you can make the annual payments, guess what? You qualify for 2 free months. You get months 13th and 14th free. You're into your second year of your membership. You don't make your next payment until that 15th month rolls around. That's a savings of $170 on the family plan in the standard rate states. That's $85 times 2. I would take advantage of that if you can. You can only do that one time, by the way. Also, if you make the semi-annual payments, then the company will waive the $30 enrollment fee if you decide you can make the first 6 months payment. You heard me say several times, you can add people to your membership, regardless of the relationship, to the primary member or anyone else for that matter on the membership. I'm from the life insurance universe, where there's a term called insurable interest. So what that means is if you want to be the beneficiary on somebody's life insurance policy, you have to have some type of family relationship or working relationship. Insurable interest, that doesn't exist with Assure for Life. You can add folks to your membership regardless of the relationship to anybody on the membership. However, there's a caveat to that. Remember earlier when Carlotta was talking about adding 2 people on your membership up to 80 years of age? Those folks, that has to be a partner, a spouse, or a parent. That's the only conditions on relationships. So what does that mean? Anybody else? You can add a friend, you can add a neighbor, you can be a hero for a struggling family member, living paycheck to paycheck without the means to cover suddenly. You can add church members, bowling club members, motorcycle club members, sorority sisters, fraternity brothers. The list is endless. Small business owners. How about telling an employee or two that on top of their generous compensation that you're now going to cover their funeral expenses? That's unbelievable. And that is unheard of. I don't think, if this is your first time hearing this, you're probably scratching your head right about now and trying to enroll. I understand why. So, in exchange for a set fee, the plan holder, the members on the plan, are entitled to everything in the membership. The company is contractually obligated to pay for certain services, provide the benefits as long as the membership is active. You do not want your membership to lapse for any reason because you can't take advantage of the membership if that's the case. Now, Assure for Life is designed to help you, your family, your friends, sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, employees avoid financial disaster. Planning for the future is an act of love. We all know that. Preparing for the unavoidable is wise. Procrastination, that's kind of presumptuous on our part, thinking that God will give you more time to do what you should have already done or to do what you're thinking about doing. Sooner or later, like most people, covering funeral costs for you and or your family will be a subject of discussion or a major concern. Those discussions happen before death. I've heard people say, before people pass away, I'm good, I have life insurance. I don't have anything against life insurance. My wife and I, we both have 2 policies each. We present to you that, however, that the financially responsible, smart decision is to use the membership, Assure for Life, for several reasons. Number one, Assure for Life actually increases the value of your life insurance policy. So if you have a $10,000 life insurance policy, as an example, use the membership to pay for your funeral expenses. And then that way, the beneficiary, they get to keep the proceeds from the death benefit. That increases your $10,000 life insurance policy by 100%. That's based on the $10,000 national average of a funeral. And then the beneficiaries, they can keep the proceeds from the death benefit. They can do whatever they want with the money. And then secondly, a life insurance policy, 99% of the time, only covers one person. This membership allows up to 7 people as we presented. Then there are discussions after people pass away. Unfortunately, it happens so many times. And those discussions revolve around GoFundMe under most circumstances. Now, here's the reason why GoFundMe isn't advisable. It's slow, unpredictable. Small percentage of those crowdfunding campaigns actually reach their goals. Some of them don't even receive any donations. And then lastly, the GoFundMe contributions, they belong to the person who started the campaign, meaning they can do whatever they want with the money. They don't have to pay for your funerals like they're promising to do. There's a lot of scams out there, believe it or not. Those days are over because disruptive services like this Assure for Life membership, the company Protection Plenitude, are altering every facet of the death care industry and how society covers funeral costs to help you and your family avoid financial embarrassment. And we are leading the charge here at Assure for Life. Think about it. I've seen so many social media posts, emails, or phone calls that I have received directly or know about personally where a loved one has passed and the family didn't have the means to cover the cost of our funeral, or they might take out their credit card and max out their credit card to cover those expenses. It's so sad. But tonight, guests, you have an opportunity and the obligation to offer stability and peace of mind to your family that they so richly deserve in those times of adversity when a suddenly happens. So please take advantage of it right away. Once you get the membership, there's 2 numbers that you will have access to. This is our last slide here. Then we're going to transition to our Q&A. First of all, I want to say that you need to contact the family consultant that invited you to this presentation to receive the personalized assistance. They can answer any additional questions that may not get answered tonight, and they can start your enrollment tonight. The other telephone numbers that you need to be concerned about once you start your membership is the funeral emergency line. That's the most important one. It's available 24/7, 365. I call it the hotline. To request a professional assistance, you must call the hotline. This is the way it works. Call Assure for Life first to request the assistance that you paid for when you need the services. Do not call the funeral home yourself because Assure for Life will not refund any money for any services contracted outside of the membership. That makes sense. After you contact the proper authorities, a friend or family member to let them know that a loved one has passed, the very next telephone call should be to Assure for Life, because Assure for Life, with all of their experience, their empathy, their expertise, my wife talked about it earlier, the support that they will afford you, they will deal directly with the funeral home in the area of the person who has passed away. And having that emergency line, we all have to agree, is very important, especially during those stressful circumstances, so you and your family can start the healing process, so that you and your family can mourn properly the loss of a loved one and do other important things and not have to worry about making those funeral arrangements. That's priceless. Assure for Life will make those traumatic and potentially stressful contacts for you. You're already grieving. You're vulnerable under those circumstances. Let Assure for Life provide your family the peace of mind and the protection and all the benefits of the membership. The second number here will be done. This is the customer service number. They're available 9 to 5 Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Obviously, you call them to ask questions about your membership, make changes to your membership, change your method of payment. You want to make sure that all of your information is up to date and current with the membership. You don't want it to lapse for any reason at all. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone for being on this Zoom and your patience and your participation. We're going to take 2